Gohan has always been a fan favorite. One moment that made him that fan favorite character was back in Dragon Ball Z against Cell, where he achieved the Super Saiyan 2 form. That moment made Gohan made him who he is actually. And now in Dragon Ball Super, well, the story is a bit different. He's not the same. He's not stronger than any of the main heroes. He can't do much. But that moment made him one of the most interesting characters in the series. But our story for today isn't about him making the right choice, about him going beyond his limits. Our story is about him not stepping up in that moment and losing. What if Gohan has never achieved Super Saiyan 2? What if when Goku believed in him, he failed him? And this is the story this time. The story of Dragon Ball Multiverse. We are at the clash between Cell and Gohan, when both of them are using their key attacks, struggling to beat one another. Gohan is crying. Goku is telling him, hang on, Gohan, you didn't release all your power yet. But it appears this time Gohan is different. He's crying and he's barely taking it. He even says, I can't go any further. So he's giving up. Goku shouts at him and tells him to not do that. If he does that, then who would protect Earth? Who will be the one to beat Cell? If Gohan in his Super Saiyan 2 form wouldn't do it, then who? Gohan has lost faith in himself. Sorry Dad, I can't go on. He's too strong for me. The thing is about this, about what he's saying is, Gohan at that point was just a kid, so him not believing in himself and his abilities could have happened, since as a kid, he's not like Goku. He didn't face that many falls in his life. His childhood wasn't exactly like Goku. So this time, Gohan failed. Cell tells him, farewell, Gohan. Say hi to your father for me. As his attack overwhelms Gohan, and thus taking him out without a trace. Gohan has failed. His Super Saiyan 2 form wasn't enough in the story. So what will happen now? Goku's gone. Vegeta and his power now isn't enough. How will this timeline play about? How would the Z fighters react? With that we see them, Tien, Krillin, Yamcha and Piccolo. They're all in disbelief. It's over, as Piccolo says. But Cell gives them a chance. He says that he's tired. Now maybe their last chance, but he's just playing with them. Even when he's tired, he's stronger than them. Vegeta even notices that he's toying with them. He transforms to his Super Saiyan form. Cell smiles as Vegeta charges his final flash. The Z fighters say that they won't stay passive. Tien, Yamcha and Krillin start charging their attacks also at Cell. As they're doing that, Piccolo is watching them. He remembers Gohan, the one who was there for him, the one who Piccolo took as one of his friends. He charges his attack also, then all of them fire their attacks at the same time, releasing all of what they have towards Cell. Cell is just looking at it with a smile and teleports away as the explosion happens. He teleports firstly behind Vegeta and charges an attack on his back. With it, he pierces his stomach. He took out Vegeta with just one attack, and Vegeta now lost. Without him, no one can stop Cell. No one on this earth is a match for him. With Vegeta gone, the whole timeline is different. All of those events that happen in the future won't happen in this timeline. Vegito, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue, and the comeback future Trunks in Dragon Ball Super is not gonna happen. Piccolo and the other Z fighters see what happened. Their last hope, Vegeta, is gone. They're looking afraid, in disbelief. Cell says who wants to be next, as he teleports behind Piccolo and cuts him with one attack in two. Piccolo isn't gone yet, he can't regenerate. Tien is afraid, as well as Yamcha. Cell doesn't have any mercy, and that's right. Why would he? As Piccolo's lying at the ground. Cell gets his hand up. Goodbye, Piccolo. But Krillin is not gonna let him. He sends a destructor disc right at Cell, but Cell blocks it, then deflects it toward them, cutting Tien in half. So now Tien is gone. Without even a sweat, he's taking them one by one. Yamcha is angry. He goes at Cell, but Cell teleports behind him and punches him all over, taking him out also. So that leaves just Krillin. Krillin sees that he's the last one and he's no match for Cell, but he's not gonna give up. He starts firing key attacks one after the other at Cell. So Cell powers up and flies at Krillin, grabbing him from the back. Then starts flying him up towards space and he throws him there. Krillin can't breathe and thus he suffocates in the deep void of space. So long, Krillin. Cell smiles and says, "That was amusing. I just have one thing left. The entire Earth." So teleports back to Earth and says, "I'm not going to keep all the fun for myself," as he deploys his children once more, and thus the poor Earth became Cell and his children's playground. And this planet was only the first. As for Trunks, he would never come back home. So Cell in this timeline has beaten Gohan, and because of that, he has managed to take out all of the Z fighters without a sweat. His reward was the Earth is gonna absorb all of it and then go to different planets. And in this timeline, Beer is still sleeping and there's no fighters as strong as him except Majin Buu, but he's also sleeping now. So this was the story of a timeline where Gohan failed Goku. Gohan was always thought to be the one who has the most potential out of all of the Saiyans. Since he achieved Super Saiyan 2, he had a lot more power and a lot more potential than Goku and Vegeta, since he achieved that form before them all and he achieved it after he was pushed to his limit. But after this arc against Cell, the only time that Gohan really shined was when he got his potential unleashed. After that, in the whole Dragon Ball Super series, he's still the same. He's not grown in power that much. He didn't contribute a lot to the series. And this aspect of Dragon Ball that I don't like that much. They focus on Goku and Vegeta, but they forget characters that had the spotlight before. Gohan in the Tournament of Power didn't do that much and he was eliminated early in the tournament. When all of us thought, this now in the tournament, he's gonna shine, he's gonna prove himself to be one that deserves more. But after this story, the arc against Cell has grown more and more to a role of a side character, not the main as he was before. And this story showed us if at that point he didn't become somewhat of our main character. He failed again, like he did time and time after the arc against Cell, against Buu, against Frieza. He failed at that point. What would happen if the old Gohan was like the new Gohan? A timeline where Gohan wasn't enough and Cell conquered the Earth after he has beaten him and all with the Z fighters. Not all stories have a happy ending. Heroes can't always save everyone, and sometimes heroes can't save even themselves. And this story was one of a hero who couldn't even save himself, let alone his entire planet. A story of Gohan who failed Goku, his father, the one who had faith in him to protect the Earth after him. So yeah, this was a story about a time when the main character didn't get his way. When he lost everything. When Gohan, at the moment that he was supposed to become the strongest, he failed. And it was an interesting story, an interesting aspect of what can happen. And I hope you liked it. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you're safe. Like if you enjoyed, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye. Gohan.